Welcome to episode 84 of our Family Travel Australia series. This week we say goodbye to the Outback and head towards the New South Wales Victoria border. We stop in Wentworth to experience the confluence of two of Australia's greatest rivers, the mighty Murray and the Darling, and walk the Junction Island trail to get a bird's eye view of the riverlands. We camp off-grid on the banks of the beautiful Murray River in Mildura and soak up the buzz of this vibrant river city, renowned for its love of motorsports, both on and off the water. And Paul finally has a wish come true with some suspension upgrades to the Hilux. Be sure to subscribe and join us for all of the adventure.
I just found this really cool thing down here. We're at this place called Seven Trees Rest Stop. How come it's called that, do you think?
Because there's 7 trees.
Oh, yeah, that sounds very original and Australian. Good morning! Oh, it's a little bit wet today.
And chilly.
It's a very rare event out here in Broken Hill. But leaving this region, Silverton, gee, we've had a great time, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, hard to believe that we've actually been here 3 weeks, including our quick week back to the Goldie. But it's good to get the wheels turning. We always love travel days. Because of the weather, we actually had to change our plans. We were heading out to Cameron Corner, which would have been so good.
Such a bummer.
But they've got serious flash flooding and some severe weather out there at the moment.
Yep.
So we'll come back to your Cameron Corner, which is where the 3 states, South Australia, New South Wales and Queensland, intersect, for those who are wondering where's Cameron and what's the corner. That's it. Okay, so on our way, where are we going, Jasper?
We're going to Wentworth.
Wentworth. Yes, chasing the sun we are.
Yeah, right on the New South Wales Victorian border.
Yep, that's right. Mildura on the other side, about 30 minutes down. We're going to check out both of these wonderful cities. Hopefully, we're going to catch up with something that we started back in the Condamine. Who was that, Jasper?
Hopefully we can catch up to Floaty.
Yes, Floaty.
Hey guys, today we're going to put Floaty from the Condamine to the Great Australian Bight. You can come along if you want, but first we're going to place him into the water.
You want to do everything?
Yep.
Okay, nice and gentle. Now we can turn yourself. Let's all around and see. See you, Floaty.
All right, only 258 kilometres, I think, today. So a fairly relaxed driving day. I am actually taking it pretty slow. I'm sitting on about 85 kilometres an hour, just because the road's a little bit wet. But I dare say we're going to be out of the edge of this rain in the next 10 minutes, probably.
Doesn't it feel like we're driving through a watercolour painting?
It does.
I'm going to spin the camera around the sky and the colours of the earth. Mother Nature at its finest out here. Hey?
Yeah, it is a great contrast, actually, not see the sun shining out on this Outback. Okay, here we go, Wentworth, on our way. coffee. Cam, wish me luck. What are you watching, Jasper?
Paw Patrol.
Okay, are you going to be ready to go in 5?
Yep.
Okay, I highly doubt it, but that's okay. We're not in a rush. Here we go.
Thank you. You're awesome.
How good is this? The sun is shining. Oh, gave you the wrong one. That's yours. I've already started mine.
Thank you. I know it's warming up my bones.
Oh,
It's a bit fresh this morning.
yeah, it has been a little bit on the chilly side the last couple of mornings. Okay, we wanted to have a quick chat because we are just outside of Wentworth. We're about 5 minutes drive up the road, just alongside the Murray here, in a great little park called Curlwaa.
Curlwaa.
Yes, okay, it's a tourist park. It hasn't always been like this though. We met a couple of campers actually either side of us that have become regulars because over the last couple of years, the new owner-operators, Margot and Rick, have done an incredible job. In fact, look at this grass.
Oh, how nice is it to see beautiful green grass everywhere, especially after coming in from the Outback and everything, even the van's still red.
Yeah, no, it is. They've done a fantastic job. They're set on 11 acres here. There's 45 powered sites. They've got some pretty big plans to upgrade the villas and cabins that they've got on site. There's a really fantastic pool area. Jasper actually talked me into going for a cool pool swim. Best way to describe that. There's a camp kitchen as well with a really large TV that gave Katie a good break. We watched some ABC Kids. Everything you'd expect over there, washing machine, dryer. So they have done a really great job for this park. And as a base to explore this area, it is really fantastic. Another thing that we loved was that the owners walked around and spoke to all of the campers and said, hey, we're having a barbecue. We've got a fire pit over there.
Come on over.
Bring your food, bring your drinks. And so we did.
That was lovely.
Yeah, it was. And Jasper entertained everyone till like 10 p.m. It was really great. Okay, so the reason why we decided to camp here was because 5 minutes up the road is Wentworth and Junction Island, which is this fantastic walk that you can do to see the confluence of the Darling and the Murray.
Two of Australia's great rivers.
Oh, the mighty Murray.
Oh,
which
so
is
good.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I just read up some facts on the rivers because I didn't really know too much about them. But the Murray is Australia's largest river. Stretches just over 2,500 kilometres across 3 states. Third longest navigable river in the world behind the Amazon and the Nile.
Who knew that?
The Darling is Australia's 3rd longest river.
Yeah.
And they meet here in Wentworth. Oh, and they supply water to I think like 1.5 million households.
It is the lifeblood. And in fact, you know, we were just out at the camel camp out there in Silverton, and I was speaking to Duncan, the owner there, and I said to him, where do you get your water from? And he said, this comes from the Murray River.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah. It is the mighty.
Yeah.
The mighty Murray.
And there's heaps more to do around Wentworth. We really took the chance to mainly see Junction Island, do that 2-kilometre return walk, the Interp on the island and the signage explaining all of the flora and fauna, the history, the Aboriginal history. They have got these scar trees there that until you're standing there and looking at them and reading the story, can you really get a grasp of this history. It is quite remarkable to see it, living in front of you.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect really, and they're often referred to as canoe trees as well. And it basically is this huge tree where the Aboriginal people would almost mark out the shape of a canoe and then cut that out of the bark of the tree and make a canoe, and the tree is left with this scar.
Yeah, look,
it's amazing.
Running through there, a good tip for us would be to go a couple of hours, an hour and a half before sunset, and then you just, the colours coming through the trees, it is really beautiful, and definitely worth the walk. It is all flat, so very accessible.
Yeah. It was a bit like a treasure hunt too in parts, you know, or a maze where you're running through those massive reeds.
Look, we were running too. Jasper just loved it. And then there's a really great lookout platform that you can actually stand on at the end, and we waved off the drone, which was pretty cool.
Right where the rivers meet.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
is so impressive.
So the Mighty Murray has got a huge amount to offer, and we're going to be exploring it a lot more over this next week and a half. We're staying at a mate's place right down on the Murray. We're going to be doing some free camping, hopefully try and catch a Murray cod.
Ooh.
Don't know, but we're certainly going to get out and explore this region now from Mildura. One of the shortest drive days we'll have.
Yes.
Literally 20 minutes up the road,
Awesome.
so looking forward to that.
Yeah. Hey, if you've got any tips on how to snag a Murray cod, let us know. We're going to need them.
Yeah, get a fishing rod for starters. All right, here we go. Jasper, let's do it. He doesn't look like he's going to move anytime soon, does he?
If only he could ride in the bed, hey?
Murray River, so awesome to watch all the houseboats going past, and we thought we'd show you where we're camping because it is so fantastic. There's our setup. Oh, that's my mate's setup over there. We're actually on his property here in Mildura, and so awesome. He's got 3 kids, so Jasper absolutely tuck it out inside having a kip. It is great. There's nothing better. Oh, hang on. There you go. I'll make this a lot better viewing.
Hello.
There's nothing better than having your family and then other families that you can catch up with all outside playing together, you know, all off their iPads and...
In an environment like this.
Yeah, it is absolutely stunning.
On that amazing river.
We came here 2 years ago. We actually had, you know, we talked about it before, try before you buy. We hired a motorhome. And we came down to Mildura from the Gold Coast, and we loved it. It was great. We actually camped in the same spot. The difference was that we learnt now, we know we're caravanners, obviously, and but yeah, that was great. And we couldn't wait to get back. So Easter weekend, I tell you what, there is 8,000 campers here this weekend.
It's amazing.
As you scoot up and down the river here, we got out in the boat, and you can see everyone starting to jostle for a space a week out, and it is absolutely packed. The weather is absolutely perfect, but there's so much free camping opportunity, so there is literally space for everyone.
I couldn't believe how much free camping there is out on the banks of the Murray. It is just incredible.
Yeah, that's right, to have free access to this environment, you know. Again, aren't we lucky to live in Australia? Okay, so we have got some more plans for the river. The elusive Murray cod is still on my list.
Oh yes, I haven't organised dinner for Tuesday night, so that's your job.
Look, I hope so. There is a guy that apparently knows the spots. He's going to blindfold me before we go there or something. But anyway, fingers crossed I can actually get out in the boat, and, you know, even better would be to snag a fish. So that'd be cool. We're going to be getting out on one of their famous paddle steamers as well.
Oh, I think that'll be really lovely. We've been seeing them chug up and down the river in front of us.
It's so cool. Especially when I mean, you know, there's plenty of boats in the Gold Coast, but you never see paddle steamers like that. No. So it's really beautiful.
Yeah, well, they're part of the history of the area.
Yeah, that's right. The sunsets.
Oh my goodness.
Are incredible. Beautiful. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
This weekend is a huge weekend. It's like Mildura becomes the capital of motorsports for Australia. And I mean every type of motorsports. They've got speedboat races. They normally have skiing championships as well. I don't know if that's happening this weekend. But in town, we just came from a show called Show and Shine.
Yeah, it's like show and tell at school, but like on steroids. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Bring your best vehicle.
Jasper was walking around. He's like, this is like Hot Wheels for real life, Dad, for real life. There were every type of car, muscle car, classic cars, vintage cars, then all of your motocross bikes with their actual drivers. And,
yes.
you know, so you could meet different people, different crews, get your selfies. Really fantastic, and it was great just to walk around there. And that is what is interesting about this location, is that it's kind of in the centre of, you know, everything's, you know, Adelaide's 400 kilometres that way, Melbourne's 500 kilometres that way, Sydney's 1,000 kilometres that way. So you can see why everyone actually comes here and to be around the Murray River. When we were here last time as well, we got to experience a flight over an area called Mungo National Park to see the Great Walls of China.
Isn't this place incredible and so worth a visit if you're out here?
It's only 110 kilometres up the road, and then you're in the Outback.
Yeah.
So you've kind of got this amazing blend here, where you've still got the metropolitan vibe of all of, you know, the restaurants and the everything that you could need, the incredible entertainment value of the river and relaxation value.
Yep.
And then you can go out to these national parks like
so
Mungo.
So much cultural history out there at Mungo National Park too. Just incredible.
Yeah. So we've still got plenty to enjoy and experience. But for now, we're going to leave you with some of the absolutely stunning riverscape, landscape and sunset footage that we've been capturing over this last week. So I've just pulled up here at ARB 4x4 Accessories for something pretty cool. We are finally getting a suspension upgrade to the Hilux. Well overdue. It's been on the top of my wish list since we set off, and particularly that first 18 months of towing the van. It does a great job. The Hilux hasn't missed a beat, but could we do it better? Yes. Would we love to be picking up a Land Cruiser 200 series V8? Yes. But as you know out there, that is a pretty expensive rig, and it is on a bigger wish list at some point down the track. But for now, trying to make this vehicle actually do a better job in towing. We'll get a GVM upgrade as well, which we'll talk about, because that's more to the story, and we've got to see a guy probably down in Adelaide, an engineer, to get that signed off and properly tagged. The guys here, James and the crew, I came and saw them last week. They've squeezed us in right before Easter, which is unbelievable. So I've got to give them a really good shout out, and hopefully this is going to make a huge difference, and we'll even try and have a chat with James and see if he can explain a bit more about the technical side of things and the gear and what it's going to do and how it's actually going to improve our towing and our experience overall. All right, enough from me. I will go check this vehicle in. It's going to be with them for a couple of days. It is like Christmas for me. Excited. All right, see ya. Today's the day, picking up the Luxie here at Mildura 4-wheel drive. I've got James out here. He's the expert. He's going to tell me exactly what he did to sort us out. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks, Paul, and welcome. So we've done a full overhaul of the suspension, try to improve this vehicle a little bit more for your towing conditions and what you're doing, travelling around the countryside and living your best life. So we've put 600 kilo Old Man Emu ARB suspension in the back to compensate for that extra weight that you've put on the van. We've done the front as well. So we've gone for a little bit heavier coil to compensate for that bar at the front there. So hopefully everything's going to run a lot smoother. You know, the vehicle's going to sit a lot nicer when you're putting that extra ball weight of the Caravan on.
Awesome, mate. Thanks so much. We'll give it a test and hopefully we won't be back.
Easy. Looking forward to seeing the results.
Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com.au. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, Caravan cooking recipes, our monthly Go RV magazine articles and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family and happy trails. Here comes our angel right now.
Yeah!
Are you an angel?
Yeah.
Are you really?
I'm not really.
You're not really, no.
I'm a flying boy. Favorite.
Which one?
This one.
Wow. Mummy likes that one because it's got fluffy dice. Woo-hoo-hoo!